Tell me your story about your glory. Pattaya, 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 Pattaya.
Hallo allerseits, heute am 11. Februar 2021. Ich bin hier am Beach, Zaungast bei der Aufzeichnung eines TV-Programms, was man dort hinten etwa sieht. Und hier habe ich auch meinen heutigen Gast für meine Kategorie Tell Your Story getroffen. Lasst euch überraschen und lasst euch eine interessante Geschichte wieder mal über das erste Mal Pattaya erzählen. Bis gleich. Ja, und hier kommt nun mein Gast hier auf dem Hotelmobil heute. It's Niels Koloff, the chairman of Pattaya People and
So many other things.
the Rotarian and the boss of the
Expat club.
expat club and the police.
And the foreign police volunteers.
Foreign police volunteers, yes, that's right. Niels, sit down on my bike,
Okay,
the Hotelmobil,
okay.
and I want here a story which one I know already. The light not so good here. The story what I know already. When you came the first time to Pattaya, please tell it again.
Yes, it's a nice story actually, because it was by coincidence that I discovered this fantastic city. I was in Copenhagen, and a Spanish guy, he came without notice to have a holiday in Copenhagen. He called me 4 o'clock in the morning, asked me to come and pick him up in the airport. When I came out there, he changed his mind. He said, it's too cold here, I want to go back to Spain. I said, oh, come on, let's have a drink first. And then we talked about that the year before he had bought a ticket to go around the world. And the most interesting place he had been was in Bangkok in Thailand. And by the way, let's go to Thailand right now, he said. And I was sitting there, said, excuse me, I have business to do. Never mind, you're my friend, we should do something together. Let's go to Thailand. So we jump on a plane, 17 hours flight to Bangkok. And I remember when I came there, it was this light, the kind of reddish light, and people look like they move in slow motion, all of them, and this smirk, the kind of funny smile around their lips, you know. And then the whole idea was that he wanted us to go to a fish restaurant inside in the Suliwang area. And we went there for the fish, and when we were sitting there was a guy sitting next to us, and a big fat guy, American guy. And he said, okay, this guy here, you know, I just talked to him. He stayed in our hotel. I said, our hotel? Well, before we went, I called a travel agency in Denmark, the biggest one, the Speed Travel. And I told them about my crazy friend's idea. They knew him because he was important for their destination in Mallorca, where he had his restaurant. They knew me because I was famous in the film business in Denmark. So they thought it was such a crazy idea to go to Bangkok and eat fish and go back again. So they gave us a ticket, and they said, would you like a hotel to stay the night over? I said, no, thank you. I don't have time to stay the night over. We go to have fish, and then we come back again to Copenhagen. And so we did. But then we talked to this guy there at the fish restaurant, and he said, well, I stay in this hotel. And that was a hotel they had made a booking for us that I did not want. But we went to have a couple of drinks at his place. But when we went down to Suliwang Road to go to the Oriental Hotel where he was staying, at that time we took a tuk-tuk, and he was so fat he had to sit alone in one tuk-tuk, whereas we could sit in normal size 2 people. And we were making a joke about him. He said, you should not make a joke about I'm fat. I want to raise you to the hotel. So he made a bet with my friend for 100,000 baht. And look here, this is more than 40, nearly 50 years ago. So 100,000 baht was a lot of money. And my friend, he poked me and said, okay, you too, 100,000. I had good business at that time. I was making really a lot of money in the film business in Denmark. So eventually I said, okay, 100,000 for me too. So we went up Suliwang Road on the tuk-tuk. We drove like mad, you know. we wanted to win. So I said to my driver, here's 100 baht, please go quick. The American saw that, he gave also 100 baht to his, and eventually the drivers were sitting with a handful of 100 bahts, and they were driving like mad because they wanted to win. And we won, and the American was a gentleman, and he went to his room and he came and gave us the money, and we said, we don't want your money, let's have a party. And we went into the lobby bar of the Oriental Hotel, which was probably the most expensive drinks in Thailand at that time. And we rang the bell and said, everyone, free drinks, you can order whatever you like, champagne, beer, wine, whatever you like. So everything changed. This very, very sophisticated 5-star hotel became a very vibrant place with a lot of people getting really, really intoxicated. And I had to go to the lobby and said, okay, I need a room for tonight. I can't fly like this. And then the next day we woke up and we had no luggage with us or anything, no changing clothes. We felt miserable, we had a headache. We came out of the hotel, there was a taxi driver there, he said to us, would you like us to take you to see some sightseeing? I said, no, thank you. Temples, no, thank you. I said, headache, or too much drink last night. He said, I have a good idea. I'll take you down to the beach. And you can sit in a deck chair, have a nice breeze, and in the evening I'll take you to the airport and you go home. I said, okay, where's the beach? Oh, not far, just down the street. So we drove, and it was in a small Seat taxi at that time, no suspension. It was like you were wearing the taxi. And we were driving for 5 hours, and then I had it. And I said to him, that's enough. We were in a small village. I said, just let us get out here and we pay you and don't come back. I knew that we should not lose your temper when you talk to Asian people. So we were very cool and gave him the money. I told him to go away and never come back again. And there we was in this village, and I was looking around, there was no people inside. It was the early afternoon. Then suddenly an old man come walking, and I asked him, where am I? And he said, Pattaya. And that was how I was introduced to Pattaya, and the rest is history.
Okay, thank you very much, Niels, and have a nice time here in Pattaya. After how long time now?
43 years now in
43
Pattaya.
years.
And I'm ready for the next 43.
Okay,
Okay.
hope so. Thank you very much.
All the best.